So a lot of the stuff that we're going to be doing today is just review. It's a lot of stuff that you've seen already, especially for my students. I've seen a bunch of this. I'm going to show you the different ways of actually how to apply these. We're going to be looking at graphing. Even on the test, because I helped make the test already, there's a lot of stuff already of it on it. So I want to make sure you guys definitely understand how to graph a lot of these portions. And coming from the different schools that you guys come from, and coming from teachers that are here, Ms. Sugun, myself, Mr. Jealous, Mr. Vesup, the information can kind of be screwed all over the place. So I want to make sure we know what to do and how to apply them straight out, okay? If it's going to allow me to do this, it's bothering me today. Bothering. Let's try it one more time. Hopefully your guys' day is going well. It's going fast. That's good. That's what you want it to be. Come on. There we go. Can I write? Yes. We're good to go. So here, no, sorry, share screen and record. Okay, we're on recording. Okay, here we go. We're looking at the three different types of graphs. We're going to look at three main ones, which is slope-intercept. It's a far one. Y equals mx plus b. And then we're going to look at standard form, in which we're going to be able to look at. This is probably the one that majority of the kids have issues with because they don't know how to graph it or solve for it. And the last one we have is our Hoy bucks, which are vertical or horizontal lines. I'll show you how we use that. My kids learned it last year, so I want to make sure we are going to do this all correctly. First things foremost, out of all these, we want to make sure we are understanding these terms. The m in our equation represents what? Slope. So we're going to write this as slope. It is also considered your rise over run. And you're like, I did this last year. Hopefully you did. This is your up, down to your left and right. Okay, we definitely want to be able to see that. Slope-intercept term is going to show up a lot this year. We're going to be looking at graphing and how to shift graphs. It's going to be very important. The B portion, our B in this, our plus B, is our Y-intercept. Y-intercept. Our Y-intercept is basically where a point that crosses the y-axis. Okay. We definitely want to be able to identify these. We're always going to look at the rise over run. We're always going to look at the y-intercept, x-intercept, that kind of thing. Okay. So we're just giving you guys these basic ideas. We look at the intercept first to plot the point, and then from the point we graph the slope. Standard form. Standard form is another good one. I've shown my kids several different ways. There's several different ways you could solve this. The first way I'm going to show you guys, and I'm going to kind of do this a lot more because I think the equation side of this is going to be really well. Whenever you're given standard form and you're given A, B, and C, your slope for this equation is always going to be negative A over B. Done. You can always find it out if you're always given the standard form for this. It's going to be very assistive and very helpful. Your y-intercept is also done the same way, where your intercept will be C over B. You're going to be always able to find those in a slope-intercept. This is definitely the method I would like for you guys to use. It's going to be more assistive because not all problems are going to be able to use the cover-up method. We use the cover-up method, which I'm not going to really go into, but if you guys remember that, I'll show you in a little bit. We cover up our term to isolate an intercept, but it doesn't always work out when the intercepts are not always at good points. Okay. We use the cover-up method, and the last one that we usually do for this, I feel fancy doing this. I feel fancy. The last one that we're going to do with this is our solve for y. It's another method. They call these implicit equations, literal formulas, where you're solving for a variable. Mrs. Sagoon did it a lot last year, so if you had her, she was a good one that did it with us. I use the cover-up method a lot, okay? Don't worry about it. We're going to talk about it as well. The last one. Last one was an acronym I use with my students. How many people have heard of Hoy-Vux? Good. A lot of you guys have. Perfect. Well, yeah, you've heard of it. You had me. Okay. Hoy-Vux still comes up a lot too. The Hoy stands for horizontal. Horizontal. I don't know if that's spelled right, but I'm going to guess yes. A slope of 0. So our O is going to be our 0. And then for all y numbers. The horizontal line, think of horizon where it sits flat on a line. I can see the horizon. Oh, Jack, don't let go. Okay. Horizon like that. We can see it from the side. Okay. These are numbers, or these are lines that are just vertical or horizontal. In this case, horizontal when we're just given one number. A lot of times you're going to see these are not going to be when you have two variables in which x and y are both in the equation. So there's going to be one of them. The VUX stands for vertical. Heard it. Vertical lines means our slopes are undefined. Beautiful. UND. Undefined for all x numbers. And the line's going to go from that x value up and down. So we're going to look at these. Don't freak out. I don't know how to do these. We're going to do them. Don't worry. I got you. Got you. Good. Promise. Promise, promise. Promise, promise, promise. Okay. So looking at these first ones, we want to be able to set these ones up and solve these out. So I've given you blank graphs, and we're just going to come up with equations and graph them. Can someone give me a decent fraction? 1/4. I heard 1/4. I'm going to go with 1/4. Can someone give me a number between +3 and -3? I heard -1. Sorry. It's quick. It's all right. The first thing that we want to be able to look here is that we're given a slope-intercept form. So this should be review. We should remember how to do this, but I'm going to go over it just in case. Look at our first one here. We got to be able to identify the slope or the intercept, the Y-intercept. In this case, our Y-intercept happens to be -1. This is a point we want to plot first on the number line. Because it's on our y-axis, we're going to plot it at -1. It's our first stop. First stop, place to shop. The second one in here, we got to be able to find the slope. Our slope in this equation happens to be in front of our x. The second point happens to be m is equal to 1/4. Okay. Our rise over the run are up and down to left and right. So from that point, I'm going to go up 1/4. We can also carry this backward, going back 4, down 1, as long as it still remains positive. You want to be able to start graphing these a little bit more accurate than you guys have in the past. These will be a little bit more important in the future when we get to quadratics and conic sections and solving for those types of crazy ellipses and hyperbolas. So you want to be able to start graphing these a little bit nicer for you. First one's done. Yay. Okay. Next one we're going to do here, I got to make this one up so it doesn't come out crazy. We are going to write the equation 3x plus 4y is not equal to 12. So 3x plus 4y is equal to 12. This is in the standard form type. We want to be able to see how these look, okay? And how we can apply these directly to our types of problems. The best thing out of this first one is just to be able to label our values. What is my A in standard form? 3, I heard it. What is our B? 4, what is our C? Beautiful. Okay. As long as you're able to identify these, we're going to be able to use these to solve for the intercept and slope. I'm going to do it my way. The first thing we know how to do this is do our slope. Our equation happens to be negative a over b. What is a? 3. So in this case, it's going to be negative 3. What is our b? 4. So what is my slope? Negative 3 over 4. You're just plugging in your values. Easy enough. Yes? Awesome. Super sweet. So we're just using the equations to plug back in. And if you do that every time, you're golden, man. You're going to be golden. Next one that we're going to look at is our y-intercept. The y-intercept equation happened to be what? C over b. What is our c? 12. What is our b? 4. 12 divided by 4? 3. Easy enough. So we can simplify this. Our y-intercept, it will be 3. We have our 2 parts that we need. Let's graph it. Graph. Going down to 3 for my y-intercept. We're going, up 3. The boo-boo. Going up 3 to my first point for my y-intercept here. This is step numero uno. Step number 2 is to graph our point. So I'm going to go down 3 over 4. You guys might have a little bit more room than me. But it's going to be all right. It's going to be all right, man. All right. Don't worry about it. Because every little thing is going to be all right. Good song. Rise up this morning. Good stuff. Okay, here we go. The next part that we're going to be able to do is the Hoy-Bucks. So these are different types of problems that we're going to see when doing these. One thing we're going to look at is if I give you a problem like this, y is equal to, give me a number between negative 6 and 6. 5, heard it. Y is equal to 5. Do we have it in the form of y equals mx plus b? No. Do we have it in the form of ax plus by equal to c? So it's definitely not one of those. When you see one of those, you want to be able to think, okay, it has to be one of those Hoy-Bucks ones. In this case, because we have a y term, it happens to be what acronym? Hoy. So we're going to use Hoy to graph this. We're still going to use a point at 5, so we're going to go all the way up to our y at 5. In this case, because it's horizontal on that point, we're just going to draw a line, horizontal. We're done. That's it. Easy enough. We can also do the other one, where I give you an x. Give me a number between negative 3 and 3. I heard negative 1. In this case, we're going to have x as our value. Because it's an x, we use the acronym Bucks. We use Bucks for this. So I know it's the Bucks tells me it's going to go up and down. I'm going to go at negative 1 for my x value. And we are going to go up and down. Is this easy or hard? Good. Slight review. Trying to brush off those cobwebs right into stuff. Okay. So brush things up. Brush things up, man. So we're going to use those types of methods. We're going to look at the 4 down below, and we're going to graph them, see what happens, give you guys your homework. We'll have 20 minutes or 30 minutes. I'll do a couple problems for you guys. We're done for the day. Okay, one of the biggest things that I talk about my homework, no work means no credit. So just try them out, man. Try them out. Okay, here we go. If you want to jump ahead and just start doing them, go for it. If you want to wait up for me because you want more practice, please do so. Okay? But I have the extra ones to do them. Help out your partner. You know. Elbow buddies. What do they call it back in elementary school? Your neighbor. Won't you be my neighbor? Okay, here we go. First one up here, we see what form it is in. In this case, it happens to be what? Slope-intercept. Slope-intercept. So we need two things from the slope and intercept. It's in the name. It gives you a slope and intercept. Oh, that's why it's in the name. Oh. Okay. Our y-intercept is what? Positive one? Thank you, Mr. Aguilar. You're welcome, Mr. Aguilar. Okay. Next one, we're going to get our slope. In this case, it's going to be -1/4. Or you can do it 1/-4. As long as you make one of them negative, it's fine. Okay? You can graph the same thing. Sometimes one way might help you over the other. We're going to graph this. Don't yawn, Josh. You make me yawn. A bear, man. So from that point, down 1/4. Come on. Freaking out over me. We know it's a negative slope, so we know it should be going downhill. Okay, going downhill. Sweet. That's what we're looking for. Next one. To the upper right, or the firelight problem. Firelight problem. Like it. What type of acronym do we have? Hoy-Vux. In this case, what specific one? Vertical, so we're going to use books. Because it has the X value in it. It's going to help us there. I'm going to go over to my value at X equal to 4. And then I'm going to go up and down or left and right. And down. It's going to help you in the future when you take integrated 3 and you have to do directrices or asymptotes, which use those type of things. We're going to get to them a little bit later. Good stuff. Good math, man. Good math. Next one that we have here, what type of system is it, or what type of equation is it? Standard. Okay. I'm going to show you different ways of looking at this as well for this one. I'm just going to do it the traditional way of how I've been teaching you guys, or showing you guys. I really haven't taught it to you guys yet. Our 3 letters is going to be A, B, and C. Do you need to put them every single time? No. But if you need the extra help, absolutely. What's my equation for my slope? -A/b. Oh, thank you, Mr. Aguilar. You're so smart. Oh, thank you. Thank you. -A/b. What is my A? 4, so it's going to give me -4 on top. My B? So what is my slope? -4/3. So I'm going to kind of write this M is equal to -4/3. Done with that first one. Our y-intercept, what's the equation for that one? C/B. What's my C? C. C? C? C. Okay, you guys didn't get that joke. It's okay. C? C, right? C? C? C. -12 divided by 3. -4. Two shot, Tupac Shakur, number 4. So we have our slope. We have our intercept. Graphing this one, I'm going to go down 4. Now, how would we graph that with the slope? It's going to go off my paper. Is there another way we can do it? Backwards, right? Instead of making this -4/3, right, this is our slope, we can actually change it so it's 4, or 4/3. So you can do it vice versa, as long as you make one of them negative. This second one right here, tells me to go up 4 and then back 3. So I'm going to do that. Up 4 and then back 3. It's the same slope. We're okay. We can do that. Good stuff? Yeah. Is this good review? Just kind of brush up on things? You're like, I'm going to be bored in your class. Trust me, it's going to get harder. It's going to get harder. Promise. Word problems, mixture problems. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Do me a favor. Try these two out. Try these two out. Tell me where they intersect. Can you give me the coordinate points in which they are intersecting? I already said you got it already done. You got it done. Some of you guys already have it. It is good. You already have it? You already have it? Hold off. You already have it too? Hold off. Fast. You got it too. You got it too. You got it too. You got it. 3, 4. Throwing it at you. The solution you guys should have got was 2, 3. Oh, good job. Ciao. Okay, here we go. Looking at this one. Graphing our points. I'm going to do these a little bit faster just so we can kind of move on. Give you guys a little bit of work till you guys see. We're going to do -4, so I'm going to go down 4. And then I'm going to go up 7 over 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 over 2. Oh, look at a quinky dink. It's on our point. The quinky dink. Come on now. I'm 30. I'm old now. It happens. I'm old. So old. 1/2 up 1 over 2 from my point. Look at that. Mind blown. Okay. Finish those up real quick. I'm going to pass you guys out. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Presto change you. Very welcome. You guys are so welcome. Kindness matters week all week long. Kind enough to give you guys homework. I know you guys enjoy it.
Kind enough.
What? Every day? This one? That's good? You guys are so tired. It's almost done.
No, it's not.
Me? That's the first one. Okay. Yeah. You talk about the first one? In this case, it's just on white because it's like I'm going to do several for you guys. Don't freak out. Hold on to your questions. Hold on to your questions. I'll get to you guys. The easy ones. That's going to be the key. Okay, so it's just I'm going to go over it. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I'm going to do some with you. If you want to jump ahead, go ahead. No earphones in right at this moment. In a little bit, I'm going to let you guys do your thing. I have no problem you guys doing that. So we're going to kind of move on. Here we go. Now, this is your homework. There's only, what, 12 problems? 4 times 3? Okay, it's a lot. I'm going to do about 4 of them. I'll get you. I'm going to get you, man. I got you. Do the last one. Now I'm going to do some of them. I want you to try them. Joshua. Come on, Joshua. Joshua. Now, looking at this first one in here, we haven't really seen one like this. We haven't. What number is represented in front of the x if there is nothing there? 1. 1. So if it helps you out, put it in there. I'm going to go ahead and do that for you guys, man, because I just want to help you. Help me help you. Okay. So if it's not there, we can always assume it's 1. So always put that down there. And then we just graph where the 2 lines are. Okay. This is how I would graph it. This is the amount of work that I would like for you to see. Our first equation up here, what is my slope? 1 over 1. You can always write it as a fraction. And then my y-intercept happens to be what? 2. Yep, the first one. I'm doing something for you, man. I got you. Going up to 2, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. Back 1 over 1, back 1 over 1. Back. So we can always go down here. Yeah. Yeah. First one is done. The next pair we have, what is my slope? Negative 1 over 2. What is my y-intercept? Negative 4. Negative 4. We're going to go down 4. Then we go down 1 over 2. I can go back 2 over 1. Gives me that intersection there. And our intersection of these points is there. It's clear. Now, the biggest thing that I want from this is the solution for where they intersect. And this is the beginning of systems. In this case, our coordinate points would be negative 4, comma, negative 2. And I'll be like the old school elementary school teachers. Here you go. Put clouds around them. Clouds. Clouds. Beautiful. How beautiful. Yeah, beautiful. It's true. Okay, that's one of them. So now you have 11. You're welcome. A couple more if you need me to. Okay. I'll do another one that's a little bit more trickier. Are we good to go? Can I change it? Yep. I'm hearing no obligations. Or obligation or objections. Objections. That sounds better. Okay. Here's the next one. Now this is a combination. This is number 11. It says it on there. It should be. Sorry, it's been a long day. It's one of the last ones. I got one of your last ones in, Josh. There you go. There you go. I'm going to do number 7 next. I got you. I said I got you. It's a combination of a standard form and Hoyd-Bucks. So definitely got to be able to separate the two and know what the difference is. We are going to do the easiest one, I think, is the Hoyd-Bucks. So I'm going to do the Bucks here. It's an x value by itself. So I'm going to go back negative 4 to my x value, and it's going to be a vertical line going up and down, up and down, up and down. There you go. That's our first line. It's easy enough. Easiest one to do. Other one is a little bit more tricky. I'm going to move this off to the side so we can see it a little bit better. Move it. What's the value of our a if there's no value in front of the x? 1. So I'm just going to put that in. 1x plus 2y is equal to negative 8. We want to be able to label these. Again, you do not have to, but if you choose to, it's going to help you out. Just understanding what you're doing until you truly understand the problems. Our slope equation will be negative a over b. Negative a was going to be negative 1. B is going to be 2. It'll be 1 and 2. 1 and 2. So my slopey slope is going to be negative 1/2. Now, I know I'm doing a lot more work in here. Okay, I know some of you guys can look at these things and just do them. That is fun. Okay, I just want to be able to see your slopes and what kind of work you're going to do with a little bit of these. Okay, not a lot, just a little bit. Help me out. Help me. Help you. Okay, for the next one here, we get our y-intercepts. It's going to be C over B. CBs. And I should put the equation in. In this case, C happens to be -8. It's the 8. B is going to be 2. Does anyone get that reference? The 8. Have you guys ever seen Dodgeball? We're laughing, Cotton. No? Happens. It's going to be -4, so our y-intercept is going to be -4. So we have our two things. We have our y-intercept. We have our slope. Go down 4. I'm going to go backwards on this one, so I'm going to change it from -1/2 to 1/2. So I'm going to go up 1, back 2, up 1, back 2. Graph that a little bit nicer. The solution set for this shall be -4, comma, -2. To be or not to be? Is that the question? ¿Comprendo? ¿Sí se puede? Sí se puede. Sí se puede. No? What? Didn't hear that. No. Yo hablo poquito español. Yeah, okay. It's okay. It's okay if you do. I'm not gonna. Chismosos. It's like my mom. My mom's the gossiper all the time. And then she'd be like to my aunts, like, I don't like getting involved, but tell me about her. I'm like, they always are. Oh, they all do. They all do. So what'd you guys talk about? All the time, dude. All the time. My mom plays the saint card, and I'm like, oh, I know. It's horrible. Mijo, go away. Go away. Go. All the time, dude. Okay, here we go. I'm going to do number 7. There you go, Josh. I'm doing another one for you. At this moment, if you would like to listen to some music, you're more than welcome to do that. I'm going to go and finish up this problem, and help people out if I need to. But at this moment, you want to. You have about, what did we get, 18? 118? 27? 18? 18? 118? 118? Okay. I'm going to go and do this one for the rest of the guys. If you guys want to listen in, just do it. You're good. Okay, here we go. I'm going to do this the way that I would do it. 119? Okay, thank you. Perfect. My top one I'm going to do here, I already know how these are already done. So my slope for the top one is going to be -a/b. So my a is my 5, my b is my 4. So -5/4. Done. My y-intercept is going to be c/b. My c happens to be -16. My 4 and my b happens to be 4. So -16 divided by 4 is -4. So I already have those two. Boom, locked in, done. This is what I do. This is what I would show. The next one is going to be pretty much similar. My slope is going to be my -a/b. So -1/-4 is going to give me 1/4 because the negative and negatives cancel out. My y-intercept is going to happen to be my -8/-4. So -8 divided by -4 is going to be 2. I have my two equations with my two intercepts and slopes. I'm going to go down to -4. And then because it's going to go off the paper, I'm going to switch them, right? Negative 5 over 4. You can also do 5 over negative 4. Right? So I'm going to go up 5, back 4. Yes? For what? For the circuit slope? Well, think about it. It's negative a over b. So negative a is going to be negative 1 over b, which is negative 4. So this right here is essentially negative a over b. So this is going to be negative 1 over negative 4, or just 1/4. Right? That's where I got that from. Sorry, I jumped ahead. It's okay. I'm going to go down 4, so I'm going to go back up this. I'm going to go up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, back 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's our first one there. I hope I did it right. It looks like I did. And then the last one that we're going to get here is I'm going to go up 2. I'm going to go up 1 over 4. We can also go back 4, down 1, for the same. My solution to this set shall be negative 4, comma 1. So how many problems did I do there? 3? 4? 3? No one's counting? 3? 3? Cool. That's 9 of them. You can do 9. You can do 9 of them.